Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton, here by myself since Sid is actually out sick today, and so I'm flying solo. I'm excited. I do have some wonderful guests with us today. You're going to talk about all sorts of fun things with options for independence. But before we get to that, I want to mention our sponsor, which is the Empowering Senior Group, which is a group of different businesses and organizations that want to teach and educate all things related to seniors. And you can find more information about them at empoweringseniors.info. And then if you have any questions about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com. And the CV stands for Cache Valley. Or you can call Sid, and this is the best part because I'm going to give you her phone number and not mine. You can call her at 435-512-6406. And so now that we've got that out, we've got some other wonderful people that love helping people. And that's what we're all about here. We have Carrie Rostron from Options for Independence, as well as Marty Hyam from Options as well. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
I'm excited to have you guys here. Do you guys, you want to introduce yourselves and kind of what your roles are at Options for Independence, and then maybe you can explain kind of a big, brief overview of what Options does.
Okay, go ahead, Marty.
So I'm Marty Hyam. I'm an independent living coordinator, and I work with the visually impaired and blind. I cover 3 counties, Rich County, Cache County, and Box Elder County, and I help those who have visual issues and or losing their sight or are blind, and we help them to be able to use what vision they may have left to the best of their ability, and also to be able to help them to get equipment or to know what's available out there for those who have an impairment. We also do a lot of advocacy with Audible Lights in the Valley, and just being able to get together and have peer support groups so that they can learn from each other and help them to set goals and achieve the things that they want to do with the limited vision they have.
Fantastic. Okay, Carrie?
I am an independent living and assistive technology coordinator. I help people acquire equipment that they might need to be able to stay in their homes as independently as possible, such as ramps, lifts, things like that. I love challenges. I love helping people.
Oh, that's awesome. So you've talked about the programs that you guys run. Are there other programs at Options that you guys aren't involved with?
Yes. Part of the independent living coordination, we offer classes. We can help people learn how to cook or how to budget, how to do laundry, clean their homes, organize, things like that they might need. And so there's several of us independent living coordinators that can do that. We also have a youth group, and that is from 14, is that correct? 14 to 30. We have an adult peer group that is 25 to 40, and they do classes and they do some fun activities and social things as well.
Wow, that's awesome. So Options is a nonprofit from what I understand. So you guys, because of being a nonprofit, you're not out there looking to make a ton of money, but you guys are a charitable donation area where people can donate and different things. You were talking about the assistive technology, Carrie. Do you want to go into that and then maybe talk about if somebody might have something laying around, how they would go about donating that?
Okay. We have a loan bank, and that is open to everybody in the community. And it has things such as wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, shower chairs. We help people that are recovering from surgeries, things like that, temporary disabilities. Then we also can help people with the long-term disability things, the more durable medical equipment. We do nothing at all with respiratory things, so no oxygen, CPAPs, BiPAPs, things like that. We don't do braces, boots, anything like that. We do take donations. If you have something that you would like to donate to us, give us a call. I'd be happy to chat with you about it. And we always would accept cash donations.
Okay, that's awesome. So how does somebody, if somebody is having a surgery and is going to need some equipment or something, how do they go about getting that from you? What's the process?
They come into our office, and we're located at 106 East, 1120 North here in Logan. We also have a satellite office in Brigham City, and we have lots of equipment. You come in, you let us know what kind of surgery you're having. Usually the doctor or a physical therapist or something will tell you some of the things that you might need. We take you back, we let you see what we have, and we do a little bit of paperwork. Some of our equipment asks for a deposit. Most of it does not. That deposit can be refunded or donated, whichever you prefer. And you get to borrow that equipment for 3 months.
Okay. Is there a cost on top of that, on top of the deposit when they take that equipment and go use it for a bit? Is there like a rental fee at all?
No.
No, nothing
Nope.
like that.
The deposits are for our like portable ramps, wheelchair footrests, knee scooters, things like that. But most of our stuff does not require any payment at all.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm just curious, about how many people do you think you guys serve a year then?
We talked about that this morning, actually, and it was probably about 21 to 2,200 people.
Oh, wow.
With about 2,600 pieces of equipment last year.
Holy smokes.
That we were able to loan out and help people with.
Wow.
And that's just the loan bank. That doesn't count the other people that we serve as IL coordinators or in our other programs.
You're saying IL is in independent living?
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any numbers on that? Now I'm really curious. You're piquing my interest here.
Well, each of us have a caseload. Like my caseload right now is just under 50 people, and I serve over half of them probably at least monthly, if not twice a month.
Wow.
The youth, they have at least 20 that show up on a regular basis to their activities. So I would say that that number goes up exponentially when you start talking about those that we serve within our own IL groupings, within our own, what we each of us do independently versus what the loan bank does.
Oh, that's amazing. We are coming up on a break, but before we do that, I would love if somebody has questions and wants to know how to get in touch, or if they want to partake of any of your services that you guys have. Would you mind sharing your contact information right before we head to the break?
Yeah, I'm Carrie Rostron. Like I said, I do the IL and the assistive technology. My phone number is 435-363-9038.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Again, this show is sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. Hold on tight. We have more information to come. We'll be right back.
Need a helping hand? The Bear River Association of Governments, also known as BRAG, is here for you.
They assist seniors with in-home services, provide utility bill relief through the HEAT program, and offer rental assistance to keep you housed.
Need help with tax prep? Their experts ensure you get the refund you deserve. And for veterans, they're here to connect you with the benefits you've earned.
BRAG is your local resource for a stronger today and a more secure future. Call today or visit brag.utah.gov.
Getting around your home should be easy and safe. At RT Med Mobile, they provide wheelchairs, stair lifts, ramps, and electric lift chairs to help seniors maintain independence and comfort. Their friendly team offers free in-home consultations to find the perfect solution for you or your loved one. Locally owned and here to help, Call 435-260-6171 today. RT Med Mobile, because your mobility matters.
Are you tired of feeling unwell and not knowing why? At Next Level Health and Wellness, we hear you. We specialize in uncovering the root causes of your discomfort, whether it's gut health, hormone imbalances, or emotional and mental blocks. With personalized plans, advanced lab testing, and evidence-based holistic nutrition practices, we guide you toward lasting health and wholeness. Awaken your healing potential with a team that listens, understands, and supports you wherever you are. Visit nextlevelhw.com to start your journey to feeling better today.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
No problem, sweetie.
I can't believe you're able to fit everything in that little sedan.
Bye!
When they move out, you can move on to a house that fits your life. It's time to live in a space that fits your family.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty.
Let me help you to find a home that suits your needs and is less to take care of. Save money or even make money on the sale of your current home. Call me today at 512-6406, then list it, sell it, and move on.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a pre-arranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts pre-arranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
And welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton here, hosting solo today since Sid Roeder is out sick. And we're with the lovely ladies from Options from Independence. And during the break, Marty, we were talking about your services, especially the being visually impaired services. And I was just super curious. You talked about how we have audible lights, and at first that doesn't sound like lights or visual thing. Would you kind of go into telling people what audible lights are and then maybe the process that you go through to get those out in the community?
So the audible lights are intended for people who cannot see. They can't tell whether traffic's coming or going or what direction the traffic is moving other than through sound. And so the button is the same. The buttons are a little bit bigger on the audible light ones, and they push it and hold it for 5 seconds, and then it will audibly tell them what intersection they're at, whether it's 4th North and 1st East, 4th North and 2nd East, and then it will tell them what direction the light is green on, and it will tell them when they can walk, like on 4th North and 1st East, it'll say, walking north-south, and then it will tell them when they can start to walk across the street when the light changes. It will also start to beep and tell them when they're almost out of time. With the audible lights, it helps them so that they can then not just have to listen directly to the sounds and hope that they're missing a car or that a car will see them and stop. And that allows them to safely cross an intersection. They are at several different lights. Not every light in the valley has an audible light attached to it, but we are trying to get more on. It's a little bit of a process. If it's a city intersection, meaning that the roads are owned by the city, then the city has to determine whether they want to turn on or attach an audible system to it. If one of the streets is owned by the state, then the state will attach the audible system to it, and we have to call and request it. We have to go through the process, and then they determine whether or not it requires or if it's in need of an audible system. But we do that quite often, and I have good connections with the state as well as the city and can usually make that happen. It's not going to happen overnight, obviously. It usually takes several months for them to come in. It's a bit of a process. But if there's one that people feel like they need to have an audible system at, we can certainly try and make that happen.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Is how do you determine which one? Does everyone need it, or is there certain ones that people might call you and say, hey, Marty, I think this place might need it. We're noticing that. How does that?
A lot of times what will happen is we have the visual impaired community will use certain lights more often than other lights. And so they'll request it. Or like not very long ago, I had a gentleman who requested an audible light be put in at a intersection because he needs to get there every morning for work. And so he's like, can we get an audible light here so I can get across the intersection on my way to work without being terrified? And so then I called down. This one happened to be on a state-owned road. And so I have called and sent an email message down to UDOT and have talked to her and requested that an audible light be done. They'll get back with me and say, yes, we can, or they may ask other additional questions. But usually if we give them examples of why it needs to be on, then they'll make it happen.
Now, is there a financial cost to you guys as you go do this, or is this up to the city or state?
It's up to the city or the state. It's a cost that's rendered by them, and they're not necessarily inexpensive. It takes a little bit of money, usually somewhere between $5,000 and $8,000 to hook up an audible system.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a pretty penny. Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Well, I imagine you've had a lot of success with the ones you put in and the success that you see with the visually impaired community, I imagine. We do. And a lot of my visual impaired people will say, hey, I noticed that this light was working and or the audible works. A lot of times we've had I had a young mother contact me. I happened to be out at a light system checking them. And we pushed it and she could hear it. And she's like, I didn't even know that existed. This will be great for my kids to be able to help get across the street. Because then I can say, no, you have to wait until the person talks to you and tells you it's okay to cross. And so she used it as a service even though they were not needing it visually. So it can be very helpful that way too. I was going to say, I have little kids that, you're always like, hey, stop and look both ways. And this, just listen to it and they tell you what to do. Then I'm not the one nagging all the time. That sounds great. Yeah, it works well that way. No, that's fantastic. So you were also talking earlier about how people might be losing their eyesight and different things and how you can help them out. You want to kind of go into that program a little bit? So my program works with anyone losing their vision for any reason, all the way from those who are losing it via macular degeneration, glaucoma, all the way to retinitis pigmentosa, to every eye disease you can imagine. What we do is they have to they can contact me, and then they have to have seen an eye doctor within 2 years is usually the recommendation. And then I take that and submit it to Low Vision Services out of Salt Lake, which is a state-operated facility. And then they put together a referral. We have them come into what we call a clinic. All of this is free of charge, doesn't cost them anything. They do the clinic. Once the clinic has been done and we determine their visual acuity, then from there I can help them with bump dots, magnifiers. I have all kinds of different magnifiers, from handheld to stand to video magnification to big CCTVs to everything in between. I can help them with things called a LyriQ, which reads material that you put underneath it. It takes it from a text format to a speech format. And I have a lot of this equipment in my building that I can show them. I can borrow out a lot of it. I can also help them to secure it either through a vendor if they can self-pay, or through a grant system that we can apply for. So there's all kinds of equipment that way. I can also help them as we move within the things that they need within their homes, out in the community, all different kinds of ways. Oh, that's amazing. Is there a big process, does this take a while when they come and apply to you? No, it's really quite fast and quite simple. The longest time is trying to get them into a clinic, but even before the clinic, I can help them with a few minor things. And usually the clinic, once I get their doctor's referral, and when I say referral, I just mean their eye chart. Once I get their eye chart from their doctor, from their physician, then I get it to Salt Lake, and usually within a month that I can have them in a clinic. And then from there, I can help them as much as possible. Oh, that's amazing. Do you want to give your phone number real quick in case
So
anyone has
my
questions?
phone number is with options at 753-5353, and then they just ask for Marty.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, we appreciate all the work you're doing. This is the Senior Moment Show. We'll be right back with a little more information on what Options for Independence does.
This is Scott Robinson, owner of Cache Valley Pharmacy. At Cache Valley Pharmacy, we offer so many services, from free delivery to custom packaging. We pride ourselves in our compounding. We love it so much that we've partnered with Focus Pharmacology, Cache Valley's own premier supplement line, and we're throwing in a free bottle of supplements with every new custom compound prescription. You heard me right, a free bottle with every new compounded prescription. So when your doctor asks where you want your prescription sent, tell them Cache Valley Pharmacy. Cache Valley Pharmacy, keeping it local, online at cachevalleypharmacy.com.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
And welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton, here with the lovely ladies from Options for Independence. Marty, you were just telling us all the awesome things that you guys do for the visually impaired, and you were also talking about your loan bank, which I imagine that's all the stuff you can loan out to people.
Correct. So we have a wide variety of loan bank stuff. I have my own personal loan bank system of just visually impaired things, all the way from measuring equipment to magnifiers to CCTVs to things that can read the mail to glasses to everything in between. And I have a loan system where I have a lot of this equipment within my abilities to loan out to people so that they can try it. 90%, 95% of the things that low vision or blind people need are not paid for by insurance. You have to pay out of pocket for it. So I try and let people see what they really need before they purchase it. And a lot of my stuff is things that have been donated to me or I've purchased through different grant systems. But when I get things donated to me, recently I had a consumer who had passed away and she had purchased several different pieces of equipment. And so she donated them to me so that then I can then loan them out to other people so that they don't have to have that financial burden. Some can afford it, some cannot. My equipment isn't necessarily what you'd call cheap. So we do that a lot. So donations for me is a vital piece of what I do, either through cash or through the actual physical objects. And I'm always willing to take in donations.
Oh, that's fantastic. Carrie, you were talking about your loan bank earlier, and we touched on some of your donations. Do you get a lot of donations as well of equipment?
We do. The biggest donations that I've gotten last fall, I had 4 community members donate ramps that they no longer needed, and they're the modular aluminum ramps. We were able to take those ramps and install them in 5 other places. So we've helped 5 other people get ramps, and A lot of that funding for ramps and stuff comes from the state. You have to financially qualify in order to get funding through the state. But just those ramps saved the state approximately $50,000 in purchasing those ramps. And so I'm happy to take ramps, things like that, because we can reuse them for other people.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, all the equipment that you guys are using seems like it's very specialized. And so usually specialized equipment ends up meaning it's expensive. We've talked about equipment donations, but is there a way for people to donate cash if that's what they have, if they don't have the equipment?
Yes.
Is that welcomed?
Absolutely. We would appreciate anything from $5 on up. We use that funding to purchase other equipment that maybe the state or insurance doesn't pay for that somebody might need. But monetary donations can be brought into the office personally, mailed into the office. You can call. We can do credit cards, checks, of course, cash, but you can also go to our website or our Facebook page, which is just optionsind.com, I believe. And you can donate directly on the website.
Okay, do you want to say your website one more time?
optionsind.com.
Okay.
Or .org.
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 .org. Yeah, I was going to say
we're a .org.
You're .org. Good. Well, that's amazing. Well, we appreciate all that you guys do. Do you guys have any success stories that you could leave us with? Anything? I love the ramp one. Any other success stories that come to mind as you guys think about all the work and things that you do? I can think of one about a lift that you helped install in a home.
We did. I know who you're talking about. Yes. Some of the equipment that we help people get are absolutely life-changing. And this young man, we helped get a lift for him that completely changed his life. He's a power chair user, and he can access his home and his community independently now. His parents aren't having to carry him down and then the chair down and everything. He can do it himself. And he can also have friends that are wheelchair users come to his home and engage with him.
Yeah, that really was life-changing for him. It was awesome. We are coming up on this. One more time, if anyone wants to get a hold of you guys at Options, can you give her phone number real quick?
Yep. My number, Carrie, is 435-363-9038.
Awesome. And Marty?
And the main office number is 435-753-5353.
Thank you guys so much for coming on today and telling us all the wonderful things you do and the service that you do for the community. This show's sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group, and they're out there helping the community as well, working hard to serve others. And this is the Senior Moment Show, and I hope you tune in next week.